All right, welcome back to another episode of Smoke and Mirrors. This is Rob and Dave. Triz is down this week. And this is episode 113, the Spartan episode, even though that Halo show left a dirty taste in my mouth. Pause. We've scoured the web, the world, everywhere, every corner, every nook and cranny. Bring you the latest, the greatest in movie news. How you living there, dog?
I'm all right, man. I was just nursing this COVID.
Oh, it's got the vid.
Yeah, finally got it. Finally, how do I get COVID at the end of the run of COVID? Like, it just makes no sense to me, man.
Trying to make a return.
Badly. Jesus, with these rules that we have now. Ugh.
No wonder, eh? Like, there was an O at work. And he was like, I was like, "You're right, you're wearing a mask." He was like, "Yeah, I just got COVID." I was like, "Oh, shit."
Hey, you stay the fuck over there.
It was nearly Philadelphia.
That's wild. Yeah, I always think about that scene. Always. And I'm like, how did he expect to get it?
But that was the times, though.
Hmm.
There was like mad conspiracy theories on how you got it. Like, O could spit in your drink. And then it came out, the research, you know how much spit you would have to drink, and that O just got sick after that. Because they're like 1.5 gallons of spit. It was like
a liter of spit, yeah.
Yeah. I was just couldn't do it.
Oh, God.
I just seen a bucket full of gollies.
Yeah.
Like,
fucking hell. Today, I was like coughed. And like, just like out of nowhere, just big gollies came out. Just exploded. Pause.
I was just doing the golem coughs.
It was actually. Yeah. It was just hot and cold at the same time. It was just weird.
Yeah. That's rough, man. I was just going through it. That's why it's fitting that it's the Spartan episode. What's the motherfucking profession?
Ooh.
I've had the busiest fucking weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Brody celebrated 3 times his birthday. He had, like, you know, a dinner over at Jules's mom and dad's.
Yeah.
Then on the Saturday, took him out to the old the iPlay there. That was got a little arcade action.
Very good.
And then today, pools.
That's fire.
You know, making up for all the birthdays I never got.
That's how it's got to be. That's how it's got to be. They don't message me and everything. Sent me a clip from The Sopranos. It was the best thing in the world.
I know. How surprising was that? That, like, reface has Matt Soprano. Fuck you, Santa.
Surly. Oh, Bobby.
Yeah, badly.
You were in here before. Fuck you, Santa.
Bobby got the shit jobs. And Tony knew it.
And
it was only because that was Janice's van.
That's of course. That's how it was going to be. He did it all the way through.
Yeah, he really did.
But then that one of his last jobs that he gave Bobby had to kill that O because Bobby had never made his bones yet.
Yeah.
He made Bobby, like, kill that guy. It's so weird, man.
That's wild. Wild when you're exploiting those weaknesses.
It is. It is, actually.
And it was Tony, though.
Yeah. It was Tony, and it was all because what's his face? He beat him in the fight, remember?
Yeah.
It was just Tony being petty, just like his mother.
Yeah. All right. Kicking into that news. Really excited about this. Yellowjackets, a sleeper that I didn't think I'd be there for, actually returning next year, 24th of March.
Very good.
Hopefully we're going to find out who ate who got eaten, how did they, like, you know, set up that little culture, what that cult's all about. the cast in this is unbelievable. We got Elijah Wood coming into the fray next year.
Wow.
Yeah, Elijah Wood is gonna be there.
His second TV show.
What was his first?
The remake of the Aussie show.
Ah, yeah, Wilfred. Yeah. Oh no, he had that Dirk Gently, the detective.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, this season apparently is going to go so far off the rails because the actors were sitting around and they were like, "Can you believe we're fucking doing this shit?" Doesn't excite me at all, but the show is on course for that sort of shit.
Mm.
So I was just excited, man. Little teaser there. You didn't get to see shit, but the mood was there.
I gotta watch this show, man. Might as well just smash through it this week. I got this week off, so I might as well.
Nice.
I always think about what's his face. Like, all those fuckers were stuck on that plane, and they just started hoeing into pieces of ass. The gray that I was talking about. All right. So, DC Studios, this Hollywood Reporter report came through, and it detailed what's leaving and what's changing. Basically, the rumors that they have heard so far, right? So supposedly, they heard that what's her name?
Patty Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins went into a meeting with the DC heads of the time. They came through and they said, look, we don't think the script is working. And she got on a fucking high horse for some strange reason and then sent them a Wikipedia article about character progression. Some bullshit. It's just really petty.
Patty Jenkins.
Yeah. So Wonder Woman is not happening. Supposedly, this is the last time we'll see Momoa as Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly they are going to finish with Aquaman after this one that comes out, and he will be recast as Lobo, which is it fits better, to be honest. What else was there? We still don't know about Superman. James Gunn said that it's the highest priority right now is to get a Superman movie off the ground. So that should be good. But yeah, that's about it. He also said that those rumors that Ryan Reynolds was coming back as Green Lantern was all fucking false in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're just getting rid of all the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
And making it anew. I think they need to do it.
Same.
I'm not mad about it.
Me neither.
I feel like it's needed.
Yeah. They definitely do, just to make it clear that it's not 5 different universes all flowing into the one.
No. And it's just one thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is the new thing. This is what we're going with. Fuck you if you don't want to watch it, essentially.
I was surprised that Matt Reeves' Penguin series actually made the cut.
And Batman.
Yeah. Like, they're just... Yeah, we're not touching that. Joker can still live as well.
Yeah.
But everything else is fair game.
Yeah. I find that weird as well. I think eventually they'll find a way to put Matt Reeves' Batman into what's-his-face. Into that universe.
Yeah.
We're talking about things that happen in completely different spaces. Like the Flash is in Emerald City. Superman is in Metropolis. He's in Gotham. They're all spread around the country. So like it's not like it wouldn't be. It's not like they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just need to do what Favreau did. Or what Joss Whedon did, where he had to balance the different elements, the magic, the sci-fi and tech.
Yeah.
With whatever Captain America brought.
Captain America was hope.
Yeah. But I'm kind of excited because they haven't really laid out the ground plans yet. Like James Gunn and Peter Safran have, like, they're just beginning to piece all that together. And Gunn even came out and he was like, some of it is true, some of it is not true, some of it is half true.
Yeah.
I found it weird that it felt like there was a bit of a stall with Cavill.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
They just haven't released it yet. Just because they haven't said outright that, hey, Cavill is going to be in Man of Steel 2. Like, they're developing the story.
I don't think Cavill's leaving on a what's his face though. Hey, if you can get out of your contract with Netflix, we'll give you Superman. He's not leaving off that. He wants a guarantee.
Yeah.
There's also a part of me that thinks that Cavill might be Bond. And that's why he got out of all this shit.
I would not be surprised.
You got a tall Bond again.
Which is all right. Kind of wish it was Richard Madden.
I don't know. As soon as I saw what the news of Aaron Taylor Johnson, which we speculated here weeks ago, I enjoyed that. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson. I like Aaron. I'd like to see Bond with a mustache like he has now.
Yeah,
and like he has in Bullet Train. That was cool. It won't happen.
No.
But he's old enough. He's that 36, 37-year-old, which I find weird because that means he was possibly actually like 17, 18 years old in Kick-Ass. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see.
We got that Pale Blue Eye trailer.
Yeah.
So initially I was
damn good, this movie.
Yeah. Initially I was like, they're not showing you much. The first trailer was more of like a mood piece, whereas this is kind of really going into the procedural side of it. Really positioning Bale as that guy.
Yeah.
That detective. He like sort of the Will Graham eye detector kind of sees things that other people don't see, sees the potential in Edgar Allan Poe.
Poe. He's more what's his face Graham, the Manhunter Graham than he is what's it called? Red Dragon Graham.
Yeah.
I like Manhunter Graham.
Same.
Jump through the window is amazing.
Is that actually Gil Grisham?
It looks like it. I think the same jump in Collateral when you look at it. When Cruz jumps and he trips over that chair, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's that same jump.
Yeah. This one's dropping, I think, January 6th or something like that. Kind of giving me From Hell vibes.
Yeah. There's that From Hell and what's that? The what's his face one? The Russian one. Do you remember that one? With what's his face? Gary Oldman and I think it's like Child 44.
Yeah.
It feels like that.
Child 44.
Set in that military sort of space as well. It was funny though because it's weird to me that Bale's the main character. His character is the main character in here rather than Poe.
Harry Mellish?
Yeah, rather than Poe.
Yeah.
It seems like he's sort of running the shit, and Poe is just this little bitch that's following him around. Yeah.
But you know he's going to come through and save the day at the end.
Fucking better not.
There'll be a character arc. There always is in those movies where they got the sidekick that's like just itty bitty pussy kind of.
Stay the fuck where he is.
Yeah.
on the sidelines, bitch.
But yeah, hopefully it's
Deserves to
good.
be. Fucking hell. This turns into the Raven. I'll leave that cinema
I know.
so quick.
Switch this off at home.
Oh, man. I will. That's a Netflix movie, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So my trailer that I watched this week was that Champions trailer. So this looks hilarious, this movie. This is Woody Harrelson coaching a, how do I say, mentally challenged basketball team.
Yeah.
But they seem smarter than Woody.
They usually are.
Yeah. Most of the time they are. But this looks funny, man. This looks hilarious. It looks like there could be feels in here. I don't know.
I detect feels.
Yeah. Like it could be a bit in here. But yeah, it looks quite good. So he was like the coach of the NBA and just kept losing, and then they busted him down for pushing a ref, and yeah. They make him do community service, and community service is training this mentally challenged team.
Yeah, it looks good. They shouldn't have put that part in the trailer, though, when he's like, hey, you could be on track for the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the choice that he's going to have to make at the end, and he's obviously going to make the other one.
Yeah. What's his face? It was just wild to see. Like, it looks like people are going to be using the hard R in here, you know?
Oh, yeah. Special needs my ass.
Yeah. Like, they hit that hard R with, like, that sound. Like,
yeah.
It's just crazy. They winding the R up to say it.
Yeah. They're getting right in there.
Yeah.
Dario y sempre.
Badly. What's his face? But yeah, it should be good. Woody's really good. Like, he hasn't signed on to anything terrible just yet.
Man from Toronto.
Yeah. Man from Toronto.
But he was good in it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the best thing in there.
Yeah, Woody doesn't phone it in. That Rampart movie is something else.
Oh, man.
That's a different form for the Harrelson.
Supposedly the other movie's mad as well. The one where he has to take that guy with him, and he's the guy that goes to tell the wives that their husbands or sons have died in Vietnam.
The Messenger.
His job. The Messenger, yeah. Supposedly that's a mad movie as well.
I want to check that out. I like Ben Foster.
Oh, man. It's the best thing in Emancipation.
Yeah. But we will get to this.
Mm.
But yeah, I like the look of that Champions movie as well. You know you're going to cry.
Oh, yeah.
Get that hanky.
Who was that dude, that guy's sister, though?
I don't know. Her? I've seen her before.
Is that Liz Hurley? No, it's not Liz Hurley.
That accent is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all the news for this week. So we got some thoughts there. Tulsa King, episode 4. Wildly, I found this episode is where it found its real stride.
Yeah.
A couple of big things happened there. So the nitrous plot line really took off, and they're selling those fucking balloons. In cahoots with Garrett Hedlund's character.
One of the better characters in here, by the way.
He is, yeah. He's not overplayed.
No, he pull that off pause like that. Yeah. The way that he is, yeah.
Believable. Like, you wouldn't think he's an ex-con as well, so he's taking the shit seriously, but actually, the motherfucker's got a racket as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's not afraid to get into it.
Yeah.
There were, like, a couple of things that I really liked in this episode. The main one for me, though, is that they sorted the shit out. So they had a feud with the bikies and shit.
Yeah.
And they went in there with baseball bats, and they had a brawl. It was like a fucking 1920s gangster setup. You know what I mean? Fighting for turf.
Oh, now you can't leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it was like. That's all I was thinking of.
It was so cool, man. And we get Stallone's driver. What's his name? I want to say Dante, something like that.
Yeah.
His dad, who's been doubting the whole operation, you know what I mean? He kind of gets folded into this little the doc. He gets folded in. I didn't think he would actually not join up, but like be included, you know what I mean?
You would do it for your son.
Yeah, but
I would do it for your sons.
But like, it was wild that he was like, you know what? We're doing this.
Yeah.
Because usually it would be, if they were going to play that card in a movie or a show, it would be, I'll jump in for you. I'll sub you out. You know what I mean? But it was them like fucking shit up together, which was wild.
Yeah. It was nice seeing that father and son dynamic on screen like that. Yeah. What else was there in this episode?
This episode, that chick just keeps giving it up.
Yeah. Can't stay away from that Guido dick.
But in this one, she's trying to move on.
Yeah.
So she hooks up with someone else, but then just the feeling and the spark just ain't there. So she's almost addicted to the danger.
Yeah.
It's that one episode of Seinfeld where George wears that Letterman jacket. And he's like the bad boy. You stay away from him.
So did this episode end? This episode ends with his call to his brother, yeah?
Yeah.
The best moment in this series so far. Killed him. I wonder if Stallone actually wrote it.
I was just about to say, it seems like a scene that Stallone would write because he likes to go for those emotional kind of like interactions. Not have a big kind of sappy thing, but like really sort of build up to it. But that scene to me just showed me that Dwight's still in jail.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you look at it, 25 years in the pen, he was like, he can only talk to his family through the phone.
Yeah.
So like that scene I felt was probably some of the best acting and the most that Stallone's had to work with in years.
He's good at it.
Yeah.
He should be doing more of this. I gotta get it. We heard about this project happening 6 or 7 years ago, remember? Stallone was going to do this gangster movie it started off with. And like we were like, Stallone, a gangster movie? Like, I don't know if Stallone can do a gangster movie. I've seen Oscar. But what's his face? Yeah. I think he should have done this so much earlier. I don't know, like he excels in this stuff. He's really good. He's very believable. And he can deliver that little when he's talking to him about what they saw on that Easter was just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. That was some really sad shit.
Yeah.
Like his relationship with his brother. You don't really know everyone that's in his family. It's like they kind of just start pulling him out. Like you only just got introduced to the sister and then you found out, hey, like your little brother and stuff like that.
Yeah. Was that Annabella Sciorra?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Jesus.
She got old.
Yeah, that's true.
Got old. One time.
Sopranos was just amazing.
That's another. Who is that? That's Annabella Sciorra.
That's Annabella Sciorra.
The other one.
Which one?
There's like the other Italian one.
Annabella Sciorra is the same one from what's his face? What Dreams May Come.
Yeah. Just fire that chick.
She is.
Got the hot peppers too. Excuse me. But yeah, it's weird that they kind of went for the fourth episode to be the heater, because this hooked you. I thought this hooked you more than the previous three. Like, this was a step in the right direction. I don't want to see the action shit. And if it is action shit, I want to see it how it's done in this episode.
If this was episode 2, they would have had everybody from the go. Like, it just would have been it.
Yeah. Episode 3 of Willow.
Ugh.
So this one was the slaughter at the battle at the slaughtered lamb.
Yeah.
A lot of storylines there. So they were after Laura Dannon, which feels so out of place.
Got kidnapped again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Willow's talking shit about, like, I've got to save my magic for that time because he's had the premonition. It's like, is there a limit to your magic? When was that even established?
When was that a thing?
Yeah.
It's like Luke running out of force.
Like,
what the hell is going on here? Why is this following the same bloody bullshit story of Star Wars? What the hell is going on here?
What do you mean?
It feels like Rey and
sequel Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's very light. There's no stakes in this show.
Exactly.
At all. And, like, even that guy, Silas.
Yep.
That he dies in battle. You didn't really feel anything.
No.
There was another O as well. The leader of that little troop that turned, like, he had the venom in him or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, even his little, kill me, I need to die.
How did she kill him, by the way?
I don't know.
There was no blood anywhere. They didn't chop the head off. They didn't do anything. Like, I don't understand it. And why was that the princess not as strong this time? You notice in that very first battle, she was out there killing people. And then now in this one, she's just trash.
Well, it's weird because they were killing these guys the whole episode. And they were coming back. But then in this last battle, they didn't come back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you could say that it was the self-doubt that Erin Kellyman's character put in her pause when she said, well, I was faking the whole time. It's like, mate. There's a lot of things that they're doing with the character that are unnecessary. Like, they don't need to create those rifts. You need to get to know the characters. I kind of feel that they just spew everything out at the start and expect you to love them and go along with the journey.
Yeah.
Whereas if they did the opposite, where you're with this character for so long and you learn little tidbits, much like a video game.
Yeah.
Like, you're in there more. You didn't learn everything about Willow straight up in Willow.
No.
It was all about the mission, what needed to be done. Same with Matt Mardigan. That was his character arc as well. Same with Saoirse.
Yeah.
Joanne Wally's character. And she also had a very similar character arc. It's just trash.
It is trash. I'm done, B. I gave it 3.
Yeah.
I'm finished. I don't even remember that it comes on now. I have to be reminded that Willow is on.
I think, for me, I keep falling asleep in these episodes. Now, I can stay awake during a drama, because for me, that, like, the shit that happens in, like, something like Tulsa King, same length, pause, not as much action, but there's more story beats, particularly in this 4th episode. Willow is action-packed. There's so much happening. There's like, oh yeah, we're going to this castle. We're going to have this battle. We've got to chase this person. Here's more about the Gales. What about the Kyrus, the queerest of as tier or whatever?
Yeah.
None of it interests me.
No.
Because the characters are horseshit. Yeah, I think my watch has ended for Pussy Willow.
Yeah. Pilo, I call it. They need more fucking male characters in here.
Well, the male characters that they have, like they have the Borman character, and he just, like, I don't know, he seems like he's non-threatening. Where you need someone that's a bit jaded, that that has layers to him. But if they're like, oh, cheerio, here we go, nice little, like, let's go for a walk, have a pot of tea and all that shit. But he does shit that's shifty. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. He's obviously going to be the one that betrays them.
That's right. On to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. This movie was really frustrating. It owns the Pinocchio story in terms of, like, its animation, the story beats, the direction, the script, the voice work, everything. It looks beautiful. For a stop motion thing, movie, feature, it's really good. It is 2 hours, which is, for me, it was a bit too long. But there's something constantly happening in this. There were 2 Pinocchio movies that came out this year. There was Disney's remake, which I just found trash and hard to watch. There was this remake, which, not remake, but there was this version, which was far more interesting, far more adult, and had real sort of relationships and things to say about the relationship between a father and a son. Where both of them fall down is that the end. Now, both the Disney remake and GDT's version both have the same outcome, which is Pinocchio lives on, but as Pinocchio the wooden boy, he doesn't transform into a real boy. On Disney's side, I believe it's absolute, like, fear of the backlash. On Del Toro's side, I kind of feel like it fits in with his story, but still scared to make the change or to stick to the original story. But for some reason, it works in Del Toro's. I just don't like it.
No.
I don't like that they stop that change from happening. Where it kind of went off the rails for me is that he goes, well, Pinocchio outlived everyone. So he outlives Jiminy Cricket. He outlives Geppetto. And Spazzatura, the monkey, that joins them. And he buries them all in the same lot that Geppetto's son, Carlo, was. And then he goes on to travel the world. And then it says, and after years and years of traveling, it is said that he was finally accepted. And that's where that woke hook just sort of lands in. And it's like, okay, like there was more sort of commentary on like the current gender status of the world. Because like you probably didn't need to be that heavy-handed right in the end. Pause. Because overall, it was a really good journey. Like, Christoph Waltz is a fucking standout in this. And again, speaking French, speaking Italian, speaking English. It's the same sort of talent that he brought to Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. I wish I enjoyed the ending a lot more than what we got, but that's what we got.
I don't like that beat.
Same. I don't like when they shy away from it, when they pull the punch right at the end.
Just keep the fucking politics out of it, B.
Yeah.
Don't need any of that.
Badly.
All right. And our last piece is Emancipation. So the Will Smith star finally dropped. I can say that this is one of What's-His-Face's best movies. Maybe second best. Or third best, I should say. Fuqua's third best movie that he's directed. Yeah. The Training Day is always number one. What's-His-Face? I enjoyed the movie. I liked it. I liked the trek through the swamp. Yeah, I enjoyed the story. I didn't enjoy Will Smith's accent.
The Haitian?
The Haitian accent. Especially when everyone else around him sort of had an American accent.
Yeah. It was all, but how many black people were taken from
Haiti?
From Haiti.
A lot. It's where they landed first, remember? Columbus brought them slaves. Stole them from Haiti. That's where they landed first. They fought them there, stole a whole group of people, sold them to the What's-His-Face, used them as slaves there in America. Fucking Columbus.
What a dickhead.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed the story. I understand it's a true story. I know how true it is. But yeah, the look of it, I really enjoyed. I like that muted look. I wish it changed, though. I was expecting it to change as he was getting closer to Baton Rouge. I expected it to get brighter and brighter and brighter so that the color was, But yeah. I saw you only gave it 2 stars there, friendo.
Yeah. I liked this movie all the way up to the last 40 minutes when he gets to Baton Rouge. And
he was basically drafted.
Yeah. To me, that scene was important, though, when he's talking to that guy from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I'm free. The guy's like, no, you're not free. You're contraband. It's like, you can either join the army and still serve us.
Yeah.
Or you can go to a federal farm.
That was wild,
and still serve us. I was like, well, shit. You just jumped out of the fire and into the frying pan.
You fucked either way. That was wild to me.
Yeah. But I didn't like, from that point on, I didn't like it because they changed him into the magical black man. Now he's the guy that, he hasn't ever been in a war situation or learned formation and all that sort of shit, but all of a sudden he's leading the charge.
Yeah.
He's, he gets hit basically with that cannon blast, survives it, while everyone else is just getting chopped down.
They were losing legs and shit from that stuff.
Yeah. They even did the Saving Private Ryan. Mama!
It's worse than Private Ryan.
Yeah. There's a close-up in Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Fucked up. But yeah, I kind of feel like everything that you want from the movie happens in that chase. The Apocalypto chase.
Yeah.
Because that's almost his character arc right there, where he starts fighting back.
That Apocalypto is still the GOAT.
Of course.
My God.
Of course.
Jesus.
They did it right. They kind of set up their culture and their traditions and everything. The hunt. What sort of people they were, the relationships that they had, so that by the time they get captured and enslaved and taken to the Mayan, what's his face? Like, you care about those characters.
Yeah.
I cared about Will Smith in this. The shit that he had to do,
Yeah.
like, under servitude, on that run through the marshes. Like, the movie starts off and it's showing you the different terrains in Louisiana. And that shit didn't look safe.
It's not.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not meant to believe that it was an easy walk through this fucking like
It's
through
wild.
the swamps.
Wild country out there, man.
Yeah.
Still not tamed. There's still, like, those swamps are still there.
Yeah. So that was scary. Like, I always found there was that threat of an alligator and whatnot. And when he jumped out of the water, and then the gator just grabs him like that, I was like, what? But yeah, I like the sort of the quiet strength. Him not saying much, him kind of looking and observing and everything.
Yeah.
I think one of the best things about the movie is Fuqua's direction in terms of the shots that he wants to capture. He went drone heavy in this, but it wasn't like Michael Bay drone, like through your eyeball kind of thing,
No.
like an ambulance. It was constantly moving, showing you that this was a fucking journey, showing you the landscape.
There is a tracking shot through the trees where it looks like they are running at a different speed to what the background is shot in. You notice that?
No, actually.
They're in a different frames per second than what the background is. So it looks really jarring and what's his face? Yeah.
Yeah. Which it fucking would be.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
It would be. Oh, actually, yeah. I do remember that because it's dense trees.
Yeah.
That they're going through. Yeah.
It looks so weird.
Ben Foster was great in this. He was the guy that you wanted to hate.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wasn't killed by Will Smith's character.
Should have been. I liked the fact that he told that little story, though. The little story that he told about him, like, giving that chick food and all that sort of stuff because she said she was hungry. And yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
But he understands that it's weird, but he understands that they're just about as smart as them. And if they weren't there, if the white people weren't there, they would prosper. Yeah.
Well, that was like his character in a nutshell, eh? Like, he was just scared as fuck.
Yeah.
The whole movie. And that's where everything kind of came from. His fear. Yeah. I mean, I would never watch it again.
No.
I did like Will Smith's performance. But it was just right at the end, it was every excuse to give him a monologue. Give him a scene where he's crying. I don't know, make him the center of them moving, the army moving forward, the Native Guard moving forward. And it didn't sit right with me. But it looked beautiful, though.
I need to, like, investigate this, actually, properly.
Peter.
Yeah, do some research.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't think this is as strong as King Richard.
No.
In terms of performances, I don't think it's as strong as that. Or maybe Ali. But it's up there for him. Like, it's Will Smith. You're not going to say it's a terrible performance.
It's not as good as King Richard. It's not as good as Ali. What else is there?
And you got The Pursuit of Happiness in there. It's all the Oscar movies that he kind of made.
Yeah.
When he wasn't making the big summer blockbuster movie. But it is a different Will Smith in terms of He's not the kind of catchphrase guy. He's not the loudmouth guy. He's not out there. He's trying to play it low profile. He's trying to give people hope. He's trying to just make it back to his family.
Yeah.
Really. And in that instance, I really liked that journey. I just didn't like that last 40 minutes. As soon as he got to Baton Rouge, it all just felt too easy.
Easy mode was engaged.
Yeah. Obviously wasn't easy, but the things that came to him, like no one else was taken to the general. They could have taken that other guy to the general. But they took Peter. You know what I mean?
Who knows?
But that was just an excuse to give him that, but they won't break me.
Yeah. Look for me.
Whereas I think if he said less, he would get more recognition in the movie.
100%.
It should have been that he was protective of his true self from everyone, except when he's with his family. When he finally reconnects with his family, that's when you should have seen him, like seen more of him. Yeah.
Next time.
We'll see. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add for the old Emancipation?
No.
That is a wrap on all the news and thoughts this week. We'll be back on Thursday for Avatar 2.
Yes, we will.
That is a big one, which will be our group send-off episode. Yeah. Until then, catch us on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Check out our website, SmokeAndMirrorsPodcast.com. Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave us a review on our on Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, or wherever you do your podding. Rate us on Spotify as well. And love yourself. Love movies.
Cheerio, chaps.